Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. We had few questions during the chapter motion, right? Actually, we are now in chapter motion of class 9th CBSE, right? And many of the cadets, students, they have posed questions on some concepts which we have discussed in the previous few video tutorials. So far we have not completed this motion chapter. Let us discuss some of those important questions which are asked by the students in this video tutorials. Some have asked the meaning of magnitude. What does this word magnitude mean? Some wrote in the comment box that what is the meaning of the term physical quantities. Few have asked the meaning of SI units. Then some more queries have come on vectors and scalars. It is always good to have these questions during teaching and learning process. Unless we question and try to understand, we will not be so familiar with the rest of the content of the chapter which we are learning. Now we shall go one by one of these queries. Let us take first about physical quantities. Right? The question is, what are physical quantities? Right? Why are we not taking these questions now? Because the answer to these questions are directly related to this question. So we have to first understand what are the physical quantities in science, right? So please remember, in science the meaning of physical quantity differs. Now when we look around, we see many physical things. And what are physical things? The one we can feel, we can touch, we can weigh, right? We can measure the length and height. So we can feel these objects. These are the physical things, physical materials, like the box. The box has length, breadth as well as height. Someone riding a bike and going beside you. Morning you get up from the bed and see a clock which is on the wall in front of you. These are all and many more are physical things, right? Or physical materials which we all can touch and feel. Suppose if I have another box just beside this box, and if I want to differentiate these two, then what do? I'll explain physical properties. Physical properties. Please remember this. Of these boxes. What does it mean? It means that I say this is a smaller box. This is the bigger box. But how exactly smaller? Then I say the length of or the breadth of this box is this much, or the height is this much. Okay, if I say it is of half a meter, this is just 1/4 meter, we say height. So we measure, right? If you look at the time, you say clock, you say that this is the time. We say it in numbers, right? We explain physical properties with few words such as, mass. For example, the box is of 10 kg, we say. So what did we express? We expressed the mass. Sometimes we measure the height. Okay, we measure the height. We measure length. We even measure breadth. Okay, so all this together can be called as distance, right? So height is a distance, length is a distance, breadth is also a distance. Right? All these properties can come into one word, that is a distance. Right? So once again let me remind you, when we use height, length and breadth, we are actually describing the properties of these physical materials. We say a bike has this much of weight and the length is this much, and we even say a vehicle is going around 60 kilometer per hour. And what did we say? We say speed of that bike. So again speed becomes a property of, a motion of this person. So let me once again give you a brief. We explain the physical materials by their properties. Even color becomes a properties. And therefore, please remember, in physics, a physical quantity means a physical property. Let me once again clarify. Physical quantity means physical property, and those physical property which can be quantified. And what do you mean by quantified? You say, if I say the radius of this table, right, when I say it's 0.5 meter, if I say, what did I do? I have quantified it, right? So I can say a height of a person standing beside you is 6 feet. So I have quantified height, and the height is a physical quantity, right? Now when you look at the watch, you tell, okay, this clock is, you can't measure time here, it is a mirror image of the clock. So if you look at the clock in real time, you will say that, let's say today it's a 7 a.m. What does it mean? We have quantified which physical quantity? Time, right? And therefore we have as many as physical quantities, depends on how you describe these physical properties, right? For example, these are the physical quantities. Let me once again make a list of some of them. We use a physical property called mass, distance, time, right, and all rest of this and many more properties of physical things to describe those objects, and they are physical quantities. So once again, physical quantities are the physical property that can be quantified. How are we quantifying this? We say that a particular object is weighing 10 kg, or a person weighs on machine 60 kg. We say we walked 5 kilometer distance. So we are quantifying this distance. Distance is the property. which is called physical quantity. We are quantifying the time, 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. Right? So likewise, every physical property can be quantified. Right? But to quantify the physical property, right, can we use the same, what we say, units? Can we use let's say meter for all these? We cannot use, because every physical quantity is different. We cannot say time is 7 meter or force is 7 meter. Every physical quantity has its own unit. We measure mass in terms of kg. Sometimes we measure mass in terms of gram. Right? Sometimes we measure mass in terms of pound. These are all called units. Right? We measure distance. Let's say meters. We measure distance even in centimeter. We measure distance in millimeter, and so on, even in kilometers. We measure large distance in light year. So these are all the units of physical quantities. These are physical quantities, right? In the same way, for all these physical quantities, we have different units. Okay, one will measure mass in kilogram, another will measure in grams, someone he is measuring it in pounds. But wait a minute. When we measure a mass, when we measure mass in terms of kg, or someone measures in terms of grams, someone else is measuring in terms of, let's say, pound, then there is a confusion. When we compare those values of mass, then we need to convert these from one unit to another unit. Therefore, there is a system called SI system. And what is SI system? Actually, this system is just to have a uniform unit all over the world for these physical quantities, to avoid using a different units for each of these physical quantities. And they have picked up one particular unit for every physical quantity, which is called a SI unit, and the system is called SI system. Right? So why SI system? It's a French word. It's S stands for SYSTEME in French. Okay, and I stands for international. Okay, so system international, or we can even say international standard system, SI system, and all the units which are used in SI systems are called SI units. So please remember this. And why SI units are there? Because to avoid confusion, each of the physical quantities can be expressed in different units, and that requires a lot of conversion. So what they decided, let us use kg uniformly everywhere for measuring mass, and SI unit of mass becomes kg. In the same way, it is decided that SI unit of distance is meter, right? And SI unit of time is second. Of course, there are many other units. Hour is there, day is there, minutes are there. But what is SI unit? SI unit is second. SI unit of current is ampere. Okay, EMPERE. All that you will understand in the next higher classes. Intensity of light, how bright light is. It is candela. Okay, SI unit. Force, you all know that we use Newton, and the speed you have studied already, that it is meter per second. Velocity again meter per second. So these are the SI units. So far we have understood the meaning of physical quantities, and they are the physical properties which can be or which are quantified, right? Which are quantified. Each word is very important. Now what do you mean by quantified? Again, measurable one. We can put it in certain numbers, right? Now these physical properties are expressed in terms of units, and among those some are SI units. So these things we have learned now. So we have answered this question, what are physical quantities and what are SI units. Now suppose, let us try to measure the mass of this box. Not only that, one more box which is a bit heavier. So we are measuring the mass of this. When we measure the mass of this, it is recorded that this is around 5 kg and this is around 10 kg. Right? Now, property is same. We are measuring the property which is called mass of this physical body, where we got a different number. So what does this number tells us? This number tells us that this particular body is heavier, right? So this is heavier box, right? So now we have understood, by expressing in certain numbers here, we understand how much the mass is. Here how much mass? 10 kg. Here how much mass? 5 kg. Now this how much is what called magnitude. Please remember, suppose if your height is, right, if your height is 4 feet, let's say. Now if I ask you, what is the magnitude of your height? If I say this question, ask this question, now what is the physical quantity here? Height. That means distance, right? Please try to understand. So we have used a physical quantity height, and we are asking the magnitude of this height, right? We are not asking the SI unit of this height. We are asking magnitude. That means you have to tell certain numbers here, and that is 4 feet should be your answer. So what does magnitude tells us? Magnitude tells us how much of physical quantity is. Right? I hope you have understood. We have understood this question also. Now what left here is vectors and scalars, that we'll deal with in the future videos. Thank you.